Hi, it's Paul. I am at Sculpted Beach in Point Reyes and wanted to talk about some of the secrets behind our emotions and how some of our emotions can sculpt our lives. So keeping it light and fun. Typically when, most of the things that we're going to encounter where we get an emotional charge is usually going to be from somebody else, either a partner, it could be emotional trauma from a past partner, a past relationship, you name it. But typically, somewhere in that vein, somewhere where that emotion washed through you and kicked off a big reaction, there is a secret underneath it. And that may sound absolutely crazy, but in some cases, and look at it for yourself, is your reaction on a conscious level or is it on an unconscious level? Because in some cases, it could just be something that's said that triggers off an old wound. So where is that old wound that's hiding around us? It's actually here in our space still, and all it takes is that one phrase or the way that somebody approaches us or the way that somebody talks to us, and then we're sent emotionally back to the past. Where the key is, and the key is the most important thing, the secret lies underneath that emotion. So if you have a way, and I'll give you a suggestion or two, of actually draining the emotion off or the charge off of how you're reacting, and then looking and tracing that back, which may seem like a bit of a journey, but it actually is pretty easy. You can find what it was, what that secret is that you can actually work on and let go of and move forward on. So that is my big tip today, because any relationship is going to have some charge, and typically our partners are bringing stuff to us, is the way I look at it, or we're asking them to mirror certain things. So it's not like our partners are doing something to us that that we're a victim of something that they're actually doing. In some cases, some extreme cases, obviously, that can be a different story. Most of the time, it's where we are not senior to a picture. We haven't processed an emotion. We haven't processed the effects of a partnership or a marriage, or the effects of a divorce, or you're looking to process stuff from way in the past that actually is holding you in place. So every time you go to, let's say you're going to exercise, there's invalidation. Well, what's sitting in behind that is the key. So obviously to get to that space, I like to use a light trance or a light meditative state. And there is a meditation that you can actually sit and follow. And then the thing to do is to just, once you're centered and grounded and you've cleared everybody out of your space, because that, to me, that's very important, you can actually ground whatever ground what happened, the event that triggered the emotion, drain off the emotion or the charge, and then look for what it is, the picture that sits up underneath it. And that's where you're going to get your freedom. That is the secret behind your emotions. Our emotions, when we're here to express love or express getting along with others and growing as a global community or whatever, there still is going to be all of the trials and tribulations that we've experienced. The key is we're here to grow from that. But without tools, it's very hard. So if you can be in a centered, neutral, amused state, you can drain off the emotion, drain off the trauma, look at what the gift is, because there's usually a gift there, and I look at it as a gift because it's freedom. It's freedom from having an unconscious reaction or allowing my emotions to totally dominate how I react in any situation, especially with a partner. Because with a partner, when you come together, you're coming together from a loving place. So it's not like you're going to be asking your partner to do something wrong to you or to fire you up. They may try to help you grow, but in essence, I'm going to say maybe look at it and see if it's actually you asking them to help you grow. Because usually that's probably the case. It may be on an unconscious level, just like the secret behind the emotion is, but something to kind of look at and pay attention to. So once again, ground yourself. Definitely ground the center of your head, ground the base of your spine at the bare minimum. Bring all of yourself back into your body, however that looks to you. I like to use gold, a big ball of gold, and pull it in from my crown down to my toes, pull my energy, especially out of that trauma. And then you can kind of look at it from there, and then use the simple grounding cord as something fun and silly to ground the event, drain the emotion off of it. Look at the picture behind it. You can blow it up, or you can drain, you can just drop it down your grounding cord, or whatever kind of resonates with you. Bottom line is, you're going to be free of that in there, you know, most likely moving forward, or you're going to at least lessen the effect of it. Because in our space, when we are reacting on an emotional level, you know, we're hitting it visually, we're hitting it from our heart space, we're hitting it from our I'm going to say our survival space, and you can look at that how you want, and our emotional space. So there's several places that we actually get triggered, and our brain is sending all, you know, our neurotransmitters are sending signals, and once those signals are sent and reinforced, you know, after a while, you're building super highways. So what's a good for instance? For instance, for me, was thinking that I could just drain off or exercise off the effects of the affairs that I witnessed with my ex-partner. Reality was, over time, and that was over probably 15 years, you know, I thought I was senior to it. In reality, it was creating super highways in my space, which then, until I started to deal with it, created it would create almost like a PTSD, or what, if I may be misenunciating it, but it would just send me off into this awful place that actually had created more of a vortex that would suck me in. So that's what you don't want to do, because the longer we wait to deal with the trauma, the longer that we wait to deal with whatever the emotions that are triggering the secret for us to look at is, the bigger the highways that we're creating in our space. So you're going to have to go in there and work it from different areas sometimes to actually pull all the triggers out and get senior to the emotion that used to own you. So at any rate, make it a fabulous morning, evening, or afternoon. Don't let the past create super highways in your space that totally own how you react in any situation. Okay? Make it a great day. Thanks.